Hey guys, this is Scott from Dynasty Pickleball to introduce the Foam Legend Gen 4.5 in its 3 latest colorways. The Deep Space Gray, Neonic Pink, and Rad Pink. And we're also gonna go over the generational differences between Gen 3 and Gen 4 and how Gen 4 improves upon Gen 3. Now the first advantage that you're gonna have, you're gonna get a much larger sweet spot. Now you notice this paddle is thermoformed and we cut it up for you already. You can see that it is a single layer of foam, solid with an EVA foam ring on the outside. Now there's no holes in it to prevent dead spots. That means off-center shots are gonna feel the same because the paddle acts as a single unit and you're using the same element to hit the ball. And that's the first advantage you're gonna get. Well, the second advantage of going foam is you're gonna have significantly better dwell time. Before, when you're hitting on a Gen 3 paddle with a polypropylene honeycomb shell that's 100% plastic, the ball's just gonna bounce off the face. Now with foam being a softer element, with a second layer of foam, no holes, the ball's gonna pocket every time you hit. And you can release the ball and shape the ball in any way you want. And to go along with better dwell time, you're gonna have better spin technology. Now there's no longer reliance on a super gritty surface to scratch the surface of a ball to generate spin. Now there's 4 layers here in this face, 2 fiberglass, 2 T700 carbon, raw carbon. The ball will dwell into the dual density foam layer and it'll pocket and you can release it and that will generate next generation of spin. Barely legal. Next we're gonna go over how power is generated and the difference between Gen 3 and Gen 4 when it comes to power generation. Now Gen 3 depended on a catapult effect to generate power. When the ball bounces up the polypropylene face, it's met by 2 layers of EVA foam that pushes in and then pushes out like a catapult. Now there's a problem with this because the power is now not linear. You're shooting off an exponential amount of power. However, on the return energy, you actually lose power, then you're capping the power for the drive. And this is more pop instead of power. And I'm gonna explain the difference between pop and power. Now pop, the meaning is exactly what it sounds. It's how much the ball rebounds off the face of the paddle, even at standstill. And too much pop is technically not a good thing, right? And your opponent knows they can just drive the ball at you and you're gonna pop the ball up. And that's it, they finish you off. And there's a difference between pop and power. So foam technology is very different. Power is more linear. Now the harder you swing, the faster the ball will be returned to your opponent, and there's no cap on speed and power when it comes to foam. The paddle stiffens to a bat when you swing to ensure maximum power is reached. And when necessary, it bends like water to give you that reset or that dink volley that you wanted. There's no way, currently like a 14-year-old can hang with you at the park and kid's got a big mouth. And that might not happen in the near future. And number 5, this issue I think should be number 1, is durability. Now we're late 2025, almost 2026. Why are we still manufacturing paddles that we know can break? We all know Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3. All paddles can core crush. If you hit the same spot enough times, the honeycomb will crush. And the paddle pretty much will delaminate or disbond. You're gonna have dead spots on the paddle. Foam technology, as long as there are no holes, prevents all that. It is impossible to core crush a dual density foam core. This is why we can offer a lifetime warranty. And it can't disbond either or delaminate, running our polymer film bonding system, Nano technology. And we can finally offer a much more lenient RMA process than ever before. Number 6, I think should be obvious to you guys, shock absorption. Foam is much softer than plastic polypropylene honeycomb core. The longer you stay in the game, the longer you can play in the tournament. And you wouldn't want to play in a tourney and you come home and your whole body's destroyed. Right? If I want to do that, I go play tennis, which I'm not doing anytime soon. So there you have it, guys. There are generational differences between Gen 4 and Gen 3. Right? We do offer 5 colorways. We have 2 in black. We have 2 in pink, well, slightly purple. And our latest one, the Deep Space Gray Foam Legend, is our most minimalistic design. For those of you who don't like too much graphics, thank you so much. Again, this is Scott from Dynasty Pickleball. Thanks for watching.